Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode of Dead Synchronicity. Tomorrow comes today. I hope I'm saying the name right. Let's go through the door. Oh.
The fire escapes on the building. What the hell could it...
Yeah, well...
Hey, wait a minute! Who the hell's over there?
I don't see anything.
Look at that building! I saw something moving in that shadow on that wall!
I think you're a little paranoid tonight. I told you to relax. Come on, take a deep breath.
Shut up! I bet it was one of those cats! All this is because of those pestilent beasts that have been bothering us since we got here. I couldn't stand them!
I better not let those two psychopaths down there see me. I should be very careful.
Hey!
I think, come on.
Shut! All this...
I better not...
Fuck that... Whoa, sign.
The sign at the entrance to the Beechwood Oracle bookstore. As blackened and damaged as the rest of the establishment. No, I doubt Dystopia. Could be the city's last name. I don't think it would do any... Why would I want to... The lights are broken and... I can't quite... Getting into a punching match with this... Getting into a punch... I don't need to look...
I don't know. I can...
God!
But...
Of course it's not...
In any... The lights are broken and...
Oh! Interesting, I think. I don't know. Or, I'm gonna see if I can... That was weird, wasn't it?
Wait, and it would be...
Yeah, it can't... It can't... use the light of the GPS. I know, game, I know.
This door leads to... I can hear the buzz of electricity. No way.
No. Oh my god, I always get it wrong. What the fuck?
Getting into a punching match.
This is for a trophy, I think.
I see a yellow bucket in with a handful of what seem to... It's Nurse Uma. More...
Maybe she can help me get a map or a picture? I don't know.
Hello, Uma. Uma.
Talk to my father, Mike. That will be very...
Let's see. Let's... More of that official... A row of anonymous rant could fall apart. Maybe in solidarity. It's sagging. Better not. Going down to the main hall of the hospital. It's one of those plastic bags used to wrap up the patients in their final hours until they finally dissolve. The damp, sticky texture alone sends shivers down my spine. That means it's been used. Better not. Going down...
Look, dude, I have no idea what I'm doing.
I don't see where
I honestly don't know. Oh, wait up. Maybe I can use this.
I could use the electrical tape to hold something to this object. But what do I want to add to it? I could use the electrical tape to hold something to this object. But what do I want to add to it?
Maybe
Adding
post-
electrical... That would... Adding... I can't use... Adding electric...
Oh, crap. I don't know then. I don't know. I'm gonna have to cheat because I have no idea. Alright, I missed something. So I'm supposed to get an empty tin from the trash bags. Hold on. I would not think of that. Yeah. Now, time for another trophy. Alright, take the bag.
Their corpses deserve a decent burial. Not to be put in a dirty, used plastic bag.
There you go. Another trophy. Right. Let's go there. Go there. Empty tin can. I did not see this. Right. Now. So I'm not really gonna worry about trophies if I can avoid it, in terms of what's faster. So now I have the can, right?
Judging from the traces of food, I'd say in a city, only someone acquainted with one.
Yeah. So there's your hint of what the can is used for. Come on, bitch. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Okay, I'll use the can to avoid touching those disgusting fish with my hands.
Let's go out. Go there. I don't know why sometimes it skips and other times it doesn't.
How could I use this can and its revolting contents here? He might regard the— I'd better keep it.
There you are, you mangy beasts! So you dared to come out, did you? Now I've got you! Ow! Goddamn revolting cats! Sooner or later I'll get each and every last one of you! I promise you!
Don't get mad. Your technique's improving. You almost got one this time.
Shut up!
This is the end point. Now I get it. This is the system that controls the amount of current that reaches each of the streetlights.
Hopefully this works.
I don't have a good feeling.
There he goes. The trophy.
Hey,
I don't see.
look at that building!
I think you're a little. Come on.
Shut
What?
up! All this.
I better know.
Are you fucking kidding me? What the? Oh, okay. Alright. Damn it. There.
What the shit? Why does nothing work right in this filthy city?
Looks like a voltage surge. Suppose you think the cats are to blame.
Shut your mouth or I'll shut it for you. I'm not letting those flea-bitten beasts out of my sight. No chance, mate.
Alright, now that we... Whoa. Alright. Let's go there. Let's go there.
It rains on the... Now I know why they stopped. Not only they also let people...
How do I climb? There! Jesus! Goodness gracious.
Hey, wait a minute.
It's the poster.
I've seen this place before. I've been here. I recognize this rooftop. Those trees, the park, the statue. Tomorrow comes today. Of course! The photo from the poster. It was shot from someplace in this very building. But what's the meaning of all this? And could it be that the voice wasn't actually trying to lead me to that burned out bookstore down there, but rather to this building? To this place?
Alright.
A ton of useless objects are piling up in this corner. Nothing interesting. I guess that's the reason the neighbors left them here.
So I'm guessing that with the bucket I can get the water from that pit. With the water I can put up the fire, and there's a baby that serves for the cradle.
The blades of this contraption must have stopped turning months ago, and I don't think doing without it is the owner's biggest problem right now. These benches, fountains, and statues are in a ramshackle condition, whereas the vegetation in this park is almost completely recovered since the catastrophe. Well, if that proves our failure as a species... It's a sculpture from my poster. Maybe it was an allegory of happy fatherhood, until the Great Wave turned it into a depiction of Saturn devouring his children.
Goodness gracious.
From what I heard, all telecommunications collapsed in the catastrophe. It seems like it took the Great Wave only a few seconds to turn all of our technology into scrap metal.
Holy shit.
There's a piece of paper stuck to the door, and it looks like it has a handwritten message on it. Let's see what it says here.
Hi Michael, we've been trying to get in touch with you for quite some time. Where are you? We're starting to get very worried. Chris needs to see you very urgently. Come see at this newspaper office. We're living there now. Sarah.
Who could Sarah be? And this Chris, could he have something to do with the person I saw in my vision?
I'm guessing that's Sarah.
The front door of this apartment has been reinforced with various locks and bolts. Despite the surveillance by the soldiers, the people who live in this building must be terrified of burglary and looting. Of course, it's locked, and I think it's better if I don't try to pick the lock. I could be mistaken for a burglar, and the last thing I need right now is for someone to call the guards patrolling this area.
Well, I'm guessing this wouldn't work, but...
I have the creepy sensation it might be... I'm not going to... Getting into a... Hey, wait a minute. There's a metal plaque on the wall next to the door. Michael Argent, photographer. I can't believe it. This is the apartment of a man named Michael, an apartment located above the Beechwood Oracle bookstore, and in the building where the photograph on the poster was taken. Can all this really be a coincidence? I can hardly believe it. But is it possible that the voice in my head has been guiding me to my own front door? It's in the building and from which the photograph was taken. Damn it. I need, but I'm almost positive. They probably before I got a chance.
Oh, okay, got it. Alright, so it's a scripted event now.
Isn't it time for you to go back to your nest, rat?
Well, I was trying to.
That ignorant bastard is starting to get on my nerves.
Yes, I do have to be going. By the way, how did the chase go? Were those cats too quick for you?
You'd better go. It's not in your best interest to get my partner any more agitated. Not tonight.
You shut your mouth, you rat, or I'll shut it for you! I won't warn you again! Those beasts are possessed, and I'm going to exterminate them, one by one, with my bare hands if I have to!
I'm sure that would make you the pride of the Force. Just one more thing. Try to stay away from the trash cans next time.
I've
You
warned you,
idiot.
you filthy rat! You've worn out my patience! Ow! This'll teach you to treat me with a little more respect! I'm going to wipe that stupid grin off your face!
Ouch!
This is the only language you shitheads from the refugee camp understand! So, you're going to treat me with respect now, aren't you?
Come on, leave him alone. You'll kill him. He is a mole after all, and it's in our interest to keep him alive. Come on, let's get out of here.
Well, you're safe for now, but I have a very good memory for faces. Another day, I'll finish what we started, rat. I swear it!
Just grab that. Now, is another trophy. I won't get them all. I won't get a platinum.
I don't think doing this would serve any purpose.
A bucket of blood! Alright. Alright, so in terms of the water, I was right. I used the bucket on the water.
Okay, I'll use the bucket for what it was designed for, to be filled with water.
Hooray!
Before I go down, I'll leave the heavy stuff here, in case the rope doesn't support my weight.
You a skinny dude, Michael. You'll be fine. So if I still had the can of the fish food, if I were to try to use it, I would get an achievement called Piranha, just so you know. But ain't nobody got time for platinums these days. At least not me.
I'll get my stuff.
Good. Let's put out the fire first.
Here goes. Maybe we can still salvage something from the fire. Now that
Holy
the fire
shit.
is out, I don't intend to carry this rusty bucket around anymore. I'll get rid of it.
Okay.
Burned remains of clothes, books, and toys. That's all that's left now of the bonfire outlit. The great wave may be making me lose my mind, but I'm still not crazy enough to want to put a piece of burnt plastic in a crib.
Why not?
I don't think doing...
Oh, you piece of fuck. I'm trying to go talk to her. I want these guys dead. Hi, Rose. How you doing?
You've brought me a cradle for my baby, Mr. Sleepyhead. But it's no good. It's not like the one in the picture. There's no rocker, see? So the cradle won't rock. I can't rock my baby to sleep. Bring me a cradle like the one in the picture.
Okay, don't worry, Rose. I'll keep looking.
Oh, I think this works.
Let's see. I'll use the electrical tape to join these two objects. The bad news is that I just used up all the electrical tape.
But it worked. It fucking worked. Oh, shit. Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Mr. Sleepyhead. This cradle is just like the one in the picture. Now I can rock my baby to sleep and sing to him. But now I need you to find the baby. I won't tell you your secret if you don't bring me my baby. Bring me my baby boy, Mr. Sleepyhead.
Okay, don't worry, Rose. I'll do it. I'm not proud of what I'm about to do, but I need to find out that secret Rose is keeping from me. And if she wants her baby, I'll give her back her baby. I've brought you your baby, Rose.
Did you bring me my baby? Did you bring him? Thank you so much, Mr. Sleepyhead. You kept your word. You brought me my baby.
Now I need you to tell me that secret you promised to reveal if I brought what you asked.
Yes, our secret. I have
That's
something
not
that
the
belongs
most
to
delicate
you,
way
Mr.
to ask,
Sleepyhead.
Michael.
It's the key that opens your chest of dreams. And now, it's yours again.
But it's a real key. Where did you get it?
I found it in your jacket after Rod and his wife gave me your clothes. When I got to my room, the key fell on the floor and made a clinking sound. I had just seen you sleeping in their trailer, like a big bear. And then I figured it out. It was the key to the chest where you were keeping your dreams. Because you like to dream, don't you? Of course you do. That's why your name is Mr. Sleepyhead.
The key that opens my chest of dreams.
Thank you very much for your help, Rose. Take good care of your son.
I should be going now.
No, please. Don't go. Don't leave me here. Now that I found my baby, I have to get away from here. Far away. I have to get away from the haunted castle. If you leave, more men will come and hurt me, and they'll lock me up in the dark again. And I can't stand the dark. That's when those soldiers come back and take me with them. And now they'll want to hurt my baby too.
The hunter was clear. I mustn't get mixed up in his affairs, or there'll be hell to pay. I'm sorry, Rose. I can't do anything.
Mr. Sleepyhead, I can't stand it anymore. Don't let them touch me again. Please help me. You
Michael!
have to get me out of here. Like the knight in the stories. You're my knight, and I'm your princess.
Oh, good God. This is unbearable. Victims and executioners.
It sums things up.
And what was I? What was my role before the Great Wave? Damn it. I can't just leave that poor girl to her fate. I have to do something to save her, even if I don't know what that is yet. I'll help you, Rose. I'll help you get out of here.
Thank you, Mr. Sleepyhead. Do you promise? Will you be my knight in shining armor?
Yeah, in a
Yes.
bloodstained shirt. Let's go. So, I'm guessing that the key is the key to the apartment. Like sometimes it skips the walking animation, other times it doesn't. And I also got the flashlight now, so it will help me in that regard as well. But for now, I want to explore the apartment.
Let's see if my intuition is correct.
Boom!
Yes, the key that opens my chest of dreams is a key that in fact belongs to Michael Argent, photographer. The key to my own apartment.
Let's go, buddy. What is that? A photo!
No. I'd only rip it if I tried to pull it down without first taking out the screws. It's the backdrop I used for the photography I did at home. It's hanging down from that wooden beam, held in place with screws. I wouldn't waste too much time on this. Whoever designed this building didn't go to too much trouble to conceal the structural elements. There are pillars and wooden beams all over the place. A line of tiny screws holds up the white backdrop that hangs from the crossbeam. This must be the corner where I did my least complicated photographic jobs. Just a white backdrop and these two shattered lamps to light the scene.
It can't be. It's me. This photo. I remember it. I remember this photograph.
Please, Michael, help us. Only you can do it.
And this woman she's Emily. She's my wife. Now I remember her. The person who's been communicating with me all this time. Emily.
I love you, Michael.
And I now pronounce you.
Don't ever leave me.
I won't.
I have something to tell you, Michael.
Are you really? Oh, yes!
Things are not going well between us, Michael. You know that.
It's only a rough patch. You'll see. It's all your fault!
You have to get on top of this, Michael. It's destroying both of us. I'm afraid of you.
Shut up! Shut up! Everything will be different. Remember that vacation we took to the beach? When we were getting to know each other? Everything will go back to the way it was.
Promise me.
I promise. Oh, Emily, what does all this mean? Where are you? How can I find you? What are these messages you keep repeating in my head? I've lost my mind. I've lost my mind. That's the only logical explanation for this. Oh, Emily. My poor Emily. Where are you? How can I find you?
As dry and as empty as the contents of my memory. I see various liquor bottles scattered around the room. That explains the odor I find so unbearable.
Will this replay?
Stored safely inside this box. This is the only photograph I have left of Emily. This melancholy music makes my hair stand on end. I seem to be hearing the sad voice of Emily in every note. Where are you? How can I find you?
I think that she's dead and he can communicate with the dead.
Central Outrider. That's the name of this newspaper. Now I understand. This file cabinet holds copies of newspapers and magazines my photos appeared in. It seems like as a photographer, I was very fond of my own work. Fairview Vanguard. That's the name of this newspaper. Greater City Horizon. The title of this publication appears on the front page.
Oh.
Dauphin News. First, I'll put the news as much as I might like my old photo.
Oh.
Lakeshore Record Magazine. Objective Wanderer. The title. Paper and Pen. One of the many news. Young Zimmerman. X-Ray Medical Mag. The title of this. Sandy Ridge Sentinel. One of the many newspapers stored in the filing cabinet.
So how do I know which one?
The
Oh.
New Truth.
I get it. Alright. So there are different tabs here that you can read.
Sandy Ridge Sentinel. The New Truth. The New Truth. One. First, as much as.
There.
The New Truth. The newspaper for those who have woken up. It looks like a decent publication. even though it was produced on a shoestring budget. The address of the office is at the bottom of the first page, and the article on the front page is under the byline of one Chris Blunstone. The address of the It seems like a good idea.
Oh, right. Is this the only thing I need? Yes. Alright, let's exit. I won't be able to do much here anyways. Alright, let's leave. Now, we use this and this.
Of course. The letters T and T on the letterhead of Sarah and Chris's note stand for the newspaper, The New Truth. I'll enter the address of the newspaper office shown on the front page. The map indicates a place near the main avenue of the city. Will it still be standing? Let's go find out.
I would not figure that out on my own, so.
Good God, Michael, is that you?
There's no question about it. That's the person I saw in my vision. The person mentioned in the note I found in my house. What was his name?
Chris.
Hello, Chris.
Come in, quickly. It's dangerous to be out on the streets at this hour. Michael, I'm so glad to see you again. After all that time without hearing from you, Sarah and I feared the worst. But tell me, why didn't you come sooner? Where have you been all this time?
From his enthusiastic welcome, it looks like this man and I were good friends in the past, before the entire world collapsed. But can I trust him? I don't know. Do I have any other choice? It's a long story, Chris. Very long.
I'm all ears, old friend.
And while I tell him everything I can remember, the few things in my memory since waking up in Rod's trailer, I see a mixture of tenderness and compassion on his face. Something I haven't seen in anyone else since waking up in this hellhole. I haven't the slightest doubt. I can trust this man.
I'm sorry for everything that happened, Michael. Sarah and I had been trying to get in touch with you for a long time, but the Great Wave made it impossible to find you. Now I know why. As a matter of fact, she went out to take that note to your house. I haven't seen her since.
Shit.
Tell me, did you find Sarah? Did she tell you she was coming here?
Sarah? I'm sorry, but I just found this handwritten note in the door. That's all.
Of course, forgive me. You already told me that you were blanked. You don't remember her. Sarah is my wife. Emily and she were close friends. In fact, they ran the Beechwood Oracle bookstore together, right below your apartment. That's how you started working with us at The New Truth. And the two of you, Emily and you, became like family to us. I want you to know that what happened to Emily affected us deeply, Michael. Sarah was devastated. We could hardly bring ourselves to speak to you at the time. I'm so sorry for what happened to her.
What the hell are you talking about?
Good God. Don't tell me you don't remember that either. Emily died, Michael.
But that's impossible.
I'm sorry to be the one to make you relive that hell. You yourself told Sarah and me on the phone, a little while before you returned home. It happened while the two of you were in Japan, scarcely a few days before the Great Wave hit. At the paper, we sent you on an assignment to do a photo essay on those strange lights that had been sighted in the sky over Tokyo. So you got all your photography equipment together and set off right away. Emily went with you. You two decided to use the trip as a chance to work on your marriage, which had been in trouble for a long time. You were in bad shape, Michael. Your financial problems, her miscarriages, your violent, self-destructive nature. Emily couldn't take it anymore. You were putting her through too much back then.
Things are not going well between us, Michael. You know that.
It's only a rough patch. You'll see. It's all your fault!
You have to get on top of this, Michael. It's destroying both of us. I'm afraid of you.
I can't help it. It's that demon. You know I can't help it.
From what you told us, things were getting better. After so many years, both of you were starting to rediscover each other.
Everything will be different. Remember that vacation we took to the beach? When we were getting to know each other?
Everything will go back to the way it was.
Promise me.
I promise.
Until one night in your hotel, Emily started to feel sick. It all happened very fast. She was having fainting spells, vomiting, running a fever. You took her to the nearest hospital where she was admitted immediately.
Emily, what's happening? Emily! Emily!
And a few hours later, they told you she was dead. They wouldn't even let you see her body. They wouldn't let you see her. The Japanese authorities hustled you off on the next plane out. It was all very strange and disconcerting. And the very night you arrived, the great wave hit.
Oh, Emily. Now I remember it. I remember everything. I remember her pale, haggard face when she took my hand. Don't worry. It's nothing. Everything will be all right, she was saying, while they were wheeling her deep into the hospital. And she waved goodbye to me, forcing a smile to cover her fear. And then I saw it. I swear I could see how time was stopping. Little by little, in her eyes. Emily can't be dead. She talks to me. I've been hearing her voice for some time now. You must think I've lost my mind.
From the little we were able to talk to you before you got back, we could see that her death hit you terribly hard, Michael. You felt extremely guilty for the way you treated her those last few years. You said you would never be able to forgive yourself. It's possible that the pain warped your mind, but it's also possible that what is happening to you is real.
If Emily died before the Great Wave, how can what's happening to me be real?
Let me tell you something. In spite of the catastrophe, at The New Truth, we've never stopped working. For Sarah and for me, this newspaper is our life. And since the Great Wave, our contacts and confidential sources haven't stopped bringing us the most incredible and chilling information you could imagine. Thousands, no, millions of unexplained phenomena are taking place simultaneously all over the world, Michael. We're living through the strangest and most confusing times in our history, and any hypothesis, no matter how crazy, must be taken into consideration, even what you just told me. There's no question that something extraordinary is happening all over the world because of the Great Wave, the emergence of the dissolved, and our gradual approach to the dead synchronicity point.
Yes, the Great Wave. People have been telling me about it since the moment I woke up.
Everyone talks about it, but no one really knows what it is. Did you know that the catastrophe didn't just strike here, but all over the world? They keep us isolated and misinformed, but that's the truth. The Great Wave didn't just destroy this city. It affected the entire planet. And the most surprising thing is that it all happened simultaneously, at the exact same moment everywhere on Earth. Isn't that amazing? There's never been an official account of the catastrophe. They don't want to tell us. But at The New Truth, we know a lot of things they don't want us to know.
They? Who are they?
The elite, the army, the shadow government. Whoever is in control at any particular moment. They're determined to maintain the power structures of the old world by any means. The irony is, for the moment, any notion of order or control is absurd. The rules of the game have changed completely, and the entire world is slipping through their fingers. They're disoriented and frightened, and they'll do anything to prop up the old system. That's what makes them so dangerous. But information weakens them, makes them vulnerable. And that's why we have to keep investigating, Michael. It's our duty to uncover the truth.
The dissolved. That horrible disease.
Yes, the fate of those poor devils. That's the cruelest and saddest part of this story. From reliable sources, we've been able to find out that while it is true the Great Wave multiplied the number of dissolved drastically, a few early cases of dissolution were actually detected hours, even days before the catastrophe.
What? There were cases of the dissolved before the Great Wave?
Yes, Michael. Just a handful of victims scattered across the globe. But the timing is significant. What's more, people have told us shocking stories about those victims.
I could tell you one. Colin. the only child of the family that took care of me in the refugee camp, is dissolved. Just a few hours ago, in a deep trance, he shouted out my name, insisting that he needed to talk to me. He kept saying that he wanted to give me a message from Emily.
Good God, Michael. And what was that message?
I don't know. I haven't had a chance to talk to him, but I will. His condition is very serious, and I have to hurry.
If only we had more information about the disease, what it is, where it came from. If only we knew a little bit more about those strange underground highways they talk about so much during their trances. We need more information. At the New Truth, all we have are a few eyewitness reports here and there, and a handful of tests for detecting the disease that we were able to steal from one of the cleanup brigades. And that's not very much when you're trying to put together a puzzle as obscure and complicated as this one.
Dead synchronicity? What's that?
It's very difficult to explain, Michael. We're still so short of information. But I will tell you one thing. Time is running out. The Great Wave triggered a landslide of death and destruction that's accelerating by the day. And the end will be absolutely devastating.
Look around you, Chris. It's impossible for the situation to get worse.
If the theory about the approach of the dead synchronicity point is true, the future that awaits us will make everything we've seen up to now seem like a walk in the park, Michael. The arrival of the dead synchronicity point will mean the end of the world as we know it. The end of the laws of nature, the laws of physics, the very meaning of existence. And with them, of course, the end of the human species on the face of the Earth. Our inability to adapt will wipe us out in a matter of minutes, and indeed, in some cases, it's already happening. But the good news is that if this hypothesis is correct, the very nature of this anomaly could also allow us to reverse the situation.
Reverse the situation? You mean avoid the future you're talking about? Avoid the consequences of the Great Wave? Is that possible?
Of course it is. How can I explain it to you? No, not yet. It would be too complex for you to understand, and I don't want to create any false hope. I can't tell you anything more for the time being. We need more information, more sources, and we need them urgently. Time is running out, in every sense of the word.
I need answers too, Chris. Where can I find the information you need? How can I help you?
A few days ago, one of our confidential sources in the Army contacted the New Truth. He told us he had a bombshell in his hands, an official report of the results of all the investigations conducted to date on the Great Wave, the Dissolved, and the Dead Synchronicity Point. It's a real gold mine, Michael. The answer to our prayers.
And where is that report now?
The same day she left the note at your house, Sarah was supposed to meet our source at the same place we always meet people who cooperate with the New Truth, which had been the safest place in the city up to that point, the sewers. But she never came back, Michael. I was hoping she'd found you. Or perhaps some problem had come up in the sewers, and she'd taken refuge in your apartment.
Don't worry, Chris. Sarah will be fine.
Yes, I know. Sarah is a strong woman and very resourceful. I know she can take care of herself. If you want to help us, Michael, get us that report. I'm trapped in this basement in this wheelchair, but I know that you'll be able to get it for me. It's vitally important that we get it. That's where we'll find the answers to all our questions. Even answers about Emily and her messages. Follow the trail of Sarah and our source. Go down into the sewers and find some clue that can lead us to them. But be very careful down there. It's dangerous.
Dangerous? You just told me the sewers were the safest place in the city.
Indeed, they were. That's why they became the perfect hiding place for the Dissolved and their families. For some time now, the Army has been reinforcing its dragnets for catching the Dissolved hiding in the sewers. If they find you in one of those tunnels, they'll shoot first and ask questions later.
I'll be fine.
Take this. You'll need something to guide you. The city sewer system is a veritable labyrinth. I've marked the exact spot where the meeting was supposed to take place. It's a huge subterranean gallery where several pipes converge. Michael, please, bring me that report. And for the love of God, bring Sarah back to me safe and sound.
I'll do it.
Sorry. I didn't mean to be yawning at the moment. But yeah, it's getting kind of late. I'm getting a little bit tired, but I want to finish this game today. So yeah, I guessed right that Emily was dead. I guessed right that he was listening these voices from the dead. I think he's infected because he gets the visions. He can speak to the dead, as Uma the nurse previously mentioned. So I think that's it.
Covered with scrawled notes, open books, and dirty coffee mugs. I get the impression that Chris lives, works, eats, and sleeps at this enormous desk.
I don't find the desk particularly enormous, but...
Locked with a key. I'm afraid that Chris doesn't trust anyone, and the way things turned out after the Great Wave, he's doing the right thing. While I can't remember her clearly, looking at this photograph gives me a pleasant sense of tranquility. I'm sure Sarah and I were very good friends before the world collapsed. The entire basement is filled with books, albums, file cabinets, and photos. You can even find the odd exotic object in all this. Sarah and Chris accumulated enough material to fill a museum of curiosities. A huge old trunk. Looks like it weighs a ton. The layer of dust on top suggests that it hasn't been opened in a long time. A beat-up armchair covered with patches. It's funny. It's pretty tatty, but it looks extremely comfortable. Dozens of documents and newspaper clippings about conspiracies, attacks, inexplicable occurrences. Looking at the topics of all this material, I can imagine what the editorial line of The New Truth is. Oh Lord, I'm completely exhausted. I feel like I've been wandering around this new world for centuries, but I can't stop to rest now. Not until Chris and I have uncovered the secrets in that army report.
No, I can't really do the rug. Alright, I think I need to leave and go for the sewers. Where were the sewers? I think I remember. Just check.
It's a map with handwritten notes, describing how to get to Sarah's meeting place with her source. Without this, walking through those tunnels would be a rather dangerous waste of time.
Alright. Come on, buddy. Oh shit.
Wait a minute. I'm not gonna climb, and it would be crazy. I wouldn't know how to... Here goes. I'll use the map Chris gave me as a guide. These tunnels are a real labyrinth.
There you go. Christ, Michael.
This is the place marked on the map. The place where Sarah and her confidential source were found. It's a shoe, trying to stay afloat in the stinking sludge of the sewer. From here, it looks like a castaway waiting for help. It's of no use. I'm afraid that there's not much I can do for it now. The underground rivers that carried the sewage and garbage from Doomsday City lead here. If I ever thought I couldn't fall any lower, this place helps me remember how mistaken I was. This is where that river of filthy water ends. It's funny, despite the nauseating stench it gives off, there's something hypnotic about that viscous green waterfall.
Damn.
There's a very familiar sound coming from the depths of the tunnel behind this grate. It's a subway train. I don't get it. If they boarded up the subway stops and shut down the subway service, what the devil are those trains carrying? And where are they going?
I don't know. Stalker. What the heck?
Dozens of dark tunnels converge in this area. Most of them closed or inaccessible from here. This place must be the true subterranean heart of the city.
Alright, and with, I guess, the overall area that I'm currently at explored, I'm going to end the episode right here. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon. But before I go, I'm actually happy that I actually have been getting the name of this game right in Synchronicity.